But I heard today, there's for everyone getting to vaccine soon.
Yeah.
If you like,
Good.
then good. Then we are able to see each other.
Yeah.
I'm getting mine tomorrow, my first one.
Oh, good,
Oh,
good.
excellent.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I think there's
About
no
the
problem.
reactions.
There are so many people say that, but maybe not their series.
Yeah.
I got first one. I got a little bit pain. Look like someone like pinch here, like 2-3 days. I don't take any medicine, any Tylenol. Then people say second one's the worst. So second one, people said you have to sick 2 days, 3 days. But not I got just 1 day like uncomfortable, like when we got cold and we got like fever like that. And I took Tylenol 2-3 times. The same day we have the Thara weekend. It's I have like 8 different events.
Yeah.
Actually, you're not supposed to take Tylenol after you get the vaccination because it suppresses your immune system.
Yeah, they said it's fine. If you like, you can take. It doesn't matter. I took maybe 2 times, 3 times something. The next day is good. This is the one way we are safe. Good to see you guys. Now my eye is very bad. Are you guys eye like that? I can see now Austin also wearing the glass. Usually he doesn't have glass.
Yeah.
And who else? Deborah usually have. Oh, when do you get also?
Yeah, it's my old person glasses.
Even the small window has glass. Yeah, look like everyone has glass. No, big difference. I wear the glass, not wear the glass. It shows I'm getting old. I think maybe this year, we're looking for always in the phone, computer, Zoom, Facebook. I think this is one of the worst way to broken our eyes. Okay, I'm not talking too much. We pray, okay? We also stopped same as last time in Heart Sutra. Then do a little bit of meditation, slowly one person can, Bob, you can read, stop a little bit. Everyone can a little bit of meditation, I want to, next time you just have to, okay, here talk about that, here talk about that, here talk about that, here talk about that. Okay? This is one of the purpose we study. Okay.
In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise, then I prostrate. With pure bodies, form supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one God, to thusness I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage, to all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms in all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions. Perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tuchita's hundreds of God's protectors' heart to tip of this fresh, pure, white heap, curd like cloud, O Sangrapa, Dharma's omniscient King, pray come to this place with your disciples in space ahead on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of nobles. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, famed glory outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted 3 vows, each I confess from my heart heart with strong regret. In time of strife, you strove to learn and practice, shunned eight mundane concerns, made life essential. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Osamdrapa's essential teachings specially shine forever. Nigmate se wei ter chen chen rezi, Remakin de wang po jam pil yang, du pun malu jum ze sang wei da, gang chen ke pe tsu gien song ka pa, lo sang drag de jabla sol wa de. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Geshe, should we do the Heart Sutra now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Look, now something like before. Everyone just you can read slowly. Just stop slowly until that same as people will stop. Okay. Everyone do a little meditation lesson. Think that keep the meditation like that. Okay. Yeah. Bob, you can read.
Okay. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard it one time.
Slowly.
The Blessed One was dwelling in Rajgriha on Vulture Mountain. Together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomena called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice. the profound perfection of wisdom. Perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said, to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of the lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this. Subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty. Emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty. Without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement, and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form. No feeling. No discrimination. No compositional factors. No consciousness. There is no I, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, mind. No visible form. No sound. No smell. No taste. No object of touch. No mental phenomenon. There is no I element. And so forth, up to no mind element. Up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance. And no cessation of ignorance. And so forth, up to no aging. And death. And no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering. No origin. No cessation. And no path. No exalted wisdom. No attainment. And also no non-attainment. Okay, that's as far as
Good
it
job.
went.
Good job. Okay, can you read this one? Therefore, Shariputra,
Therefore, Shariputra,
because
there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom. And because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom. The mantra.
Yeah, you don't have to go there one.
Okay.
The first one also we divide two different sections, okay? Good job. Ooh.
Should I stop the screen share or do we
Yeah,
want to?
you can stop, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. How's your meditation? This is how to meditation, okay? Right now we need to the verses, otherwise we're not able to continue. Usually the verses support to meditation, Therefore we listen the verses, then follow the meaning. That's how to meditation. Okay? Good, everyone's good? Good shape, everyone good shape? Okay. 다이나. 당한도 까와 삼보시라래. 간다는 건데 딩은 뉴만 내려가려야. 아니 간다는 거나 쓰는 거니. 아니 다 산지 좀 된데 거야. 다 송기. 님보. 아니 다 동반이 있거나 냠내서 가는 분들 로종 지하정데 나도 타마 까와 삼보래.
So we're all very fortunate, to be able to study and practice this profound teaching of Buddha at this time of degeneration.
Tamchi voice okay? Everyone here? Good. Okay. 제가 아니 동반이 써야 되겠다. 된도 나도 이해네. 그래서 된 맞다 와나 동반이 꼴라지 도바로 사야나야. 스파르보 기그를 간지. 내송도 봐 기주 잡셔 갖고 따다면서 소샤 그래서. 팽에 어떤 이유로 봤어?
So there's a great benefit about the emptiness. If you realize, of course, there's great benefit. Even if you have a simple doubt about emptiness, that will shake the whole samsara.
오케이. 당이들마 다 당기 뒤 오들라 아니 샤리오 대답에나 샹조 셈바 남 도바미비 샤라지 파르다 심발라 땡지 네데 사진도 왔다 아니 대지 디월메 아니 삼나 잡아메 대시 가가지 그때 덤니샤고 그랬어.
Called similar, 그래서
샤리보 대답에나 샹조 셈바는 도바미비 샤라지 파르다 심발라 땡지 네데스 아니 대치지 아니 삼나 잡아메 시절을 영을인데면 다르신도 오셔야 돼. 대대니 바로 그랬어. 다 담보대 안에 간지 사제고 우리 니바다 상 간지의 제는 그래서 하는 것이. 안데 사제는 그래서 대갑라.
샤리부 대답하는 동반이나 그래서
마 샤리와 대답은 샹조 삼반 토바메 샤라지 파르다 샴발라 땡지 네데스. 아니 대치지 네데까지 아니 삼나 잡아메 시절을 영을인데 다르신도 아니 사제는 그래서. 다데 곧 디나 덴테니 고고도.
뭐래?
담보대 상 간지 제 그래서. 니바디 두스키는 제로 그래서 하는 것이다.
뭐래? 오케이. 되는데 그래서 대답하는 사람.
대답에 나서 다 매워라. 대대인자 샤리프 담배 파 아니 샤리등 매워라 와서.
알레 대답하는 사람 좀 알레.
대답에 나서 다 매워라. 샤리프 대답에 나서. 샤리프 내려인자 하세요 그러. 딱 간제인자세나 아니 닝할라 가래 솔럼 더 조롱건 나고 안에 동반이 곰들찍 돌롱고 가서 곰들찍 골럼고 가서 곰들찍 다 곰사만라 마보 송아요. 간제 라 곰들찍 다가 나진기 아니 간제 zugne tsowe par ane raji mataba chik ani shenche chunye ngon raji mataba chik ani kam chobje ngon raji mataba tende lo chunye ngon raji mataba demba chen raji mataba ta sama songwaida tende raji mataba yemba yenza ani tende raji mataba tobe lo te nyam salam bala te ne ani te ani 딘디기 냠네 달라 네네 아니 사모 쇼바서 인가도 이요 사모 쇼바 쳇다다버다지요 사모 쇼바서 딘디 저 라지 마타바 또베 로달라 네네스 아니 다 디골마네 다 가지 양을 상제로 그래서 등이 받은 거죠.
대답에는 동반이라 소면 되마라. 전수는 도면 알려드려.
어떤도 샤리 단다 군도사 샤도 샤리바 대답을
대답에는
다시
전수는 도면을 실시로 보신 걸 된지 내대세요.
오 네데서 와 다르딘 삼샤다. 다 샤리버사데 콘도 깨동하지. 대답에 나서 내리 연사 하셔야 되다.
So this part, where it says, therefore Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the profession of wisdom. And because their minds have no obstruction, they have no fear, passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. So this part, this has two parts. The one is like saying how you attain the state of full enlightenment. Then the other one is like saying that this is how you attain. It's like question and then giving answer to that.
예. 다 동보 가래. 샤리버스. 대답에 나서나 가래에 다파 매웠지. 아니 솔롬다 저런 거 가서 아니 동바니데 다 간지 투 아니 가로 투주다 고정 거든요. 매쳐지.
So it says, therefore Shariputra. It's like saying, calling Shariputra. Therefore Shariputra, the bodhisattvas on the path of accumulation and path of preparation, they meditate or they practice, through study and contemplation.
아니 돈업게 내가도 가래래. 아도 가로. 돈이 제. 돈반이 제. 그리고 돈이 제조 가로. 돈반이 가조로 제조로.
돈은 것을 시죠 어려 계절에.
제조지. 돈이 제조지는 막 안에 대란 배웠지. 다 안에 고는 거 가서 돈반이까지 다 두지지지 뭐 대거는 마셔 버렸어.
And so during the path of accumulation and path of preparation, you do the study, contemplation, and meditation on emptiness, on the fourfold emptinesses. And then on the path of seeing, you do the meditation, you do the study and practice meditation of emptiness, of the eightfold emptinesses. And then in path of meditation, you do the 66 meditation on the 66 emptinesses. Like that.
딘디가 라지 마트바 또베가 로달라 나도 이게 강강라야 제가 담은 것도 봐 사모 쇼바 너바 제다 딘디 사모 쇼야 돼 등소 라지 마트바 또베 로데 딘디 사모데레스 공고 저와지요
오래
오 다티 저와 사모 쇼바세데 다 등소 라지 마트바 또베 로달라 사모 쇼바스 사모 쇼바 단대 시대에 또 라지 마트바 또베 로달라 탁 저왕고 거라 여기 사무쇼 바세도 오테 라지 마트바 또베 로달라 사무쇼 바세 아니 다 텔라 내고 그랬어
So then so this comes from the question at the beginning when Shariputra asked, how should a child of the lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of profound perfection of wisdom? And so this is now here saying that those who wishes to engage in the practice of profound perfection of wisdom should abide in this way. And so that practice, this practice, of the fourfold, the eightfold, and so forth, is called the profound profession of wisdom.
다 간지 대목은 이게 나도 동반이 제시해 와 담보 소놈 가서 가서.
So if you don't understand that, then at the beginning, when we talked about the path of accumulation and path of preparation, at that time it talks about the fourfold emptinesses, right?
And then 가서 동반이 제시해 와.
And then during the path of seeing, it talks about the eightfold emptinesses.
아니 고놈게 내 가서 동반이 tuk치랭아를 루치세요 와.
And then during the path of meditation, there are 65 or 66 emptinesses, right?
오, 대 또베가 로들라 사무쇼바스 샤라지 파르트션 바스 테레스다.
And the mind that understands that, is called the practice of profound perfection of wisdom.
오, 텔라 샤람 님보세 샤람다다 님보도 텔라 고고그래.
And so this practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, is what we call the Heart Sutra, or the essence of the sutra, or the Heart Sutra.
오케이. 오, 제다 다 디나라 차상되다. 당가서 남주 변나 내차 샤당 콩로 제사가 이 차상 디불 내더다.
And so these are all included in here. All the objects, of the attachment, anger, ignorance, and so forth are all included in here.
네, 오 제다 텐리게 똥바니 또비 로 텔라 사무 샤 파르트 심발라 네 대해서 다 대기 냠네 텔라 죽네 디간라 되네스. 내가이나.
And so by abiding in that practice, of the profound perfection of wisdom,
다 가르쳐오르나 대체와이나 아니 텐리 아니 똥바니 텔라 고바이 곰바이나 아니 덴바드바드베 아니 덴바요 마레스.
and so when you abide in such kind of practice, then you have no grasping at true existence.
아니 셈라 드바메센도 셈라 소주 셈라 아니 덴바드바드베 덴데용고 마레스.
And so that's what it means, that you have no obstructions. So that's the obstruction is the grasping at true existence.
아, 다 나아지게 셈라야 아니 똥바니게 아니 똥바니에나 메로다스메트리 감라들이요. 어 딜리 짝바되는 거 말이스.
And then you will also have no fear, when you understand that. Usually when they say, oh, it doesn't exist, and then you say, oh, I don't exist, you get the fear, right? But when you realize that, then you will not have such kind of fear.
아니 덴바드바드베 덴즈 텔레스 신초로 텔레 아니 파데네 아니 냥을린데베 등 산적 공부 통로 그래스.
And then says, so passing utterly beyond the error. So error here is, grasping at the true existence. So you pass, passing utterly beyond that error of grasping at true existence, they attain the final state beyond sorrow.
다주대하고 고소 디발라 돔 디나 디발라데 돔 슈체모 자기요다.
So you understand that part, right?
다대돔 첨부 슈자기요다 됐나? 디발라데 돔 딱거로 돔 슈체모.
Do.
아다 도도로서 그러.
So that's this combining all the meaning in here, so you have to understand that part.
그러. 되는 것도 샤리포스 대답에나 텐데 인자생도.
Yeah, so no.
제가 대배는 것도 와. 다 대가나 이게 나도 가래래. 골마 가래래. 배나 간도 또 덴바트바 담봉도 레라고 간데 줄라테 제거 와 주tom바레스. 근데 초바 간제 아니 봉봉하라 되네 라지 마트바 지라 봉봉하라 하지 잡아요 마레스 식시해서 버려.
So at the beginning, we talked about the form not existing form is one side, or form being empty of inherent existence, because we usually have an attachment, anger, and so forth in relation to the form. So it's easier for us to understand the form. So therefore, it explained about the emptiness of the form, and then of course, and then it related to all other aggregates like the feeling, discrimination, and so forth.
나도 차바제다 차단제다 대장자리 주다 들어져야 되는 시경이요 봐.
And so usually, when we get the attachment and aversion and ignorance, then it usually is generated, with these kind of forms, like the visual, the form, the sound, the smell, the taste, the touch, and so forth, right?
아니 대오나 아는 것도 신체 중이라 작소 신체 중이.
And then after that, we talked about the emptiness, of the 12 sources.
간제 대인제 다 이체 두다 예두래 이제다 간제 이체대 다 가지 무시 나시 공부시 들어봐.
So the 12 sources, are the six objects and the six subjects.
아 대가는 것도 감 좁제셔서 와.
And then we talked about the 18 constituents.
아니 대변아야 뭐바 이지 감 두세다 간제 예두다 감 이지 감 두세로 와.
So again, it's talking about the six constituents that are objects.
아니 때 온복합 두세 아니 미시데 때 베나 원시다 보이나 미시데 땐사가 아니 온복 tuk세로.
And then there are also six constituents that are organs, that are the basis, for the consciousnesses, to reside on. Like the eye organ is where the eye consciousness resides, like that.
아니 디나라 닝에가 아니 다 미시툭 미시감 tuk세로. 시베.
And then it talks about the six constituents that are that resides on those organs, like the six consciousnesses that resides on the six organs.
저도 종원에서 간제 그 파지 종원신 되발한테 타마 trouble 온다 파지 되게 나오면 종원해야 돼. 감사래. 감사해야 돼 간제 종원신 되발한테 trouble 온다 감사해. 아니 다니 샤면도.
And so it's called constituents, it constitutes the four elements, in a conjunction, or in combination of these four elements.
제가 감주고 근데 가리지만은 종원신 만에다 주는 요소 말아왔지.
So whatever thing it is, if it doesn't have the four elements, then it doesn't function or exist.
다 뒤우치 대라지 말어 원래 대라지 좀만에 좀 가르서나 오 대자와이나 아니 땡대연로 주니고는 고발한 고거다 덴바시고는 고발한 고거다 야 대는 고한 고데 매와쳐 오 여다 야 아니 땡대연로 주니들 룬조치나 루도체나 고발을 촌도 그래 덴바시데 가지 고놈이야 보았구나 아니 라지 가로 고발 좋아 요래서 오 당보 덴바좀 눈 덩거든 너네 좀 가르는 고알는데 깨거다 대고 냠년도 내가 쇼도만 땡기도.
So we see all these things as existing inherently or truly, and because of that, then we circle in cycle existing. We circle in cycle existing because of grasping the things as existing truly or inherently. We circle in cycle existing through the 12 link of dependent originations, and or through the Four Noble Truths, the first two sets of the Four Noble Truths. And then, if we circle in that way, then is there a way for us to be free from cycle existence? Yes, there is. So if you reverse, the 12 link of dependent origination, like if you abandon, the ignorance, then you will have no karma creating that. If you don't have karma created, then you will have no consciousness that holds the imprint of the karma and so forth. So like that, through that, you can also abandon the cycle existent, and or by understanding, the second sets of two, second sets of the Four Noble Truths, like by understanding the true cessation and the true path.
아대시 대상에서보다 20매세가 아니 딘지에도 참말 하지면 봐도 20 대야 랑은 들어봐 대마트와요 말에 20매세요. 20매 도바면 마토바야 매도선 담아다 말했다.
Correct.
담아 덴바.
Alright.
덴바시 가로 가로 근종화도 고바도 남이 20매 도바 마토바야 매도선. 간데 특히 칸데요.
알았다. 지금 다 아시요 말아.
특히 칸데로. 당연히 단다 특히 마 용다시더라.
그래.
다도 이거 덴바시 마셔다나 오늘 덴리가 라제 마셔봐 또비 20대 라제도 대어요마 20매 덴리 20대가 고라지 또 봐요 말해서.
And then when it talks about the one no exalted wisdom, after talking about the no Four Noble Truths like that, this is in likewise there's no suffering, no origin, no cessation, no path, and no exalted wisdom. Right? And the exalted wisdom is the wisdom that realizes emptiness or lack of true existence, right? So that is called the exalted wisdom. So even the exalted wisdom that realizes emptiness doesn't exist inherently. So there is no such kind of exalted wisdom that exists truly or inherently.
다 나중에 토바이 마토바면도 다 상계의 세계 연대 강하게 봐 톱생 조양 라지 또 봐요 말해서. 당 안주고 단다 토메 토베야 지금 마토베가 연대도 조양 라지 또 봐요 말해 토바야 마토바야 매도.
And so then there's no attainment. It says no attainment. There's no inherent attainment. Yeah, the attainment of the Buddhahood or liberations, there's no inherent attainment of liberation or Buddhahood. And then non-attainment, like we have not attained Buddhahood or liberation, right? So even that non-attainment doesn't exist inherently or truly.
오, 다 된다. 다 되네 다 두지 덤 잡세요. 그래. 다 샤리보스. 다 된리게 랑제 마트바 인자 된조 랑제 마트바 또베 로달라 아니 사무쇼바세티 로테레스. 텔라 네바이나 아니 셈그 드와테보 메바 찬도레 셈나 트라바데보 메바 찬이 냥알레 네바 코마 톰도레스. 아고 차다 덤 잡사다.
So this is all summarized in this way now, and by saying that if you realize that kind of profound professional wisdom, which is understanding or realizing the lack of true existence of all these things we already said, right? And so if you reside in that, if you abide in that, or which means like if you have that understanding or realization, then you will have no obstructions and no fear and so forth.
오케이. 됐다 주다 고다. 다대상. 다 상제살다.
And so then when you don't have all these things, then what do you become? You become Buddha. You are fully enlightened now.
오케이. 다양 대령의 집밭에 노동으로 대시한다. 대세양 배나. 만도 이거 저와지라요. 사모 쇼바 너버지다. 근데 사모 쇼바다 가래 딩해랑 간도 셰대가 축가 mam보셰도 너 타마 라지 마트바 또베 로들라 사모 쇼바세 그래스. 텔라 네고 그래스. 오다테 도독시다야.
So, we already talked about this the practice of the profound professional wisdom, practice of the profound professional wisdom. So what is the practice of the profound professional wisdom? Is that, is that realization of emptiness or understanding the lack of true existence or inherent existence.
근데 텔라 네와야나 아니 수수 샘기 데마드바데 덴서 드바테 메바 찬도 그래. 아니 수수jel아야까지 짝바까지 가제 돈이라 짝이래. 근데 짝바데 메바 찬도 그래. 아니 데마드바데 덴서 신절론데 신데 텔판 데네. 아니 상제 공부통도 냥을인데 공부다 가 상제로 그래.
So if you abide in that kind of realization, of the perfection of wisdom, the perfection of wisdom, then your mind will have no obstructions, will have no fear, will be utterly, will pass utterly beyond the errors, and then they attain the final state beyond sorrow.
Okay. 딱 대 아니 다산 계단을 라무도다 시그리 다대 차선 접수 말이다.
So that's it. So when you attend that final state beyond zero, then are you all set?
제자리나 현든 셔버드 심발라 도모 셔버드 심발라 네네사 텔레 대고 그랬어. 대지 돈에 야 마금 육샤에 말세 대 내가 지워도 뒤버다.
So you like abide in the profession of wisdom means like you have to be like meditating on professional wisdom all the time. So if you just leave it, don't meditate on it, then that's not good.
세상 오두지 곰네 대화에는 영을내 부터 그랬어야 돼. 오단 네 내가 이거.
If you abide in meditation on professional wisdom, then you will attain that final state beyond sorrow.
오케이 다 혈압제 파르데시베 님보세데 가레임바 아니 사무쇼바 세데 가레임바나 대단다 치바레스 간지 당경해라 셰데가 두조고 아니 랑지 마트바 또벨로텔라 혈압제 파르데 님보세데 단대갑 대고고 그래 사무쇼바세데 고고 텔고고 그래 고소 혈압 파르데 님보세요 단대 가서 님보데 아니 동안이 또벨로데 동안이 가르도고나 닝해라 다 랑지 마트바 셰데 두조 또벨로텔라 혈압 파르데 님보세 텔라 사무쇼바 되게 돈이 또 별로더라 냠내 쳐봐더라 쇼발아야 쇼바스로.
And so again, when we talk about the essence of the profession of wisdom, or the Heart Sutra, that's what referring to this mind understanding or practicing the profound perfection of wisdom. And so, so when you when you're meditating or practicing that kind of profound professional, that is when it's called engaging in the practice of the profound professional wisdom. So at the beginning, right, in the question, how should a son of the business engage in the practice of the profound professional? So this is what it's referring to. It's all about that mind which realizes emptiness.
Okay, that 먼저 셔람 님보 산이 조서에 갈라 미치기자. 다 전도 셔람 님보 로조쳐다. 디 셔람 님보세데 가르를 거래. 셔람 님보세데 가르를 하기 요래나. 아래 다 가르에나 셔람 님보세 빼자데 맨로 들으라야 매바지. 디 녜라 라지 마타와 시데와 데 또벨로들 셔람 님보라 그래서 니가서.
So after having studied all this, all the Heart Sutra for all this time, and then if somebody asks you what is Heart Sutra, and then you say, oh, maybe it is the text in the Heart Sutra, the textbook Heart Sutra, then that's very embarrassing question. Answer, right? So what are we talking about when you say Heart Sutra? What is the Heart Sutra? It's the wisdom realizing emptiness.
Okay.
It's the Heart Sutra.
딘디게 아니 돈이 땜베게 아니 다 층뉴에게 빼셔달라 셔람 님보다 나도 다다서로 빼셔달라.
So such kind of a text, which explains about that, about the wisdom realizing emptiness, is what we call the Heart Sutra text, right? It's just a name given to that text as a Heart Sutra for explaining about the emptiness.
Okay, 다야 저와 심바질래겠다. 다 이게 야 샤리 아니 가로 사모 쇼바 도바디치다 라바샤 드니 사모 쇼바들 가르라고 그래서 나 양코 텔렌 도도식 가르쳐 그래. 던도 참아 당기시에 대한 던도 참아 라지 마트바 또베기 로텔라 사모 쇼바데스. 간지 딘디가 돈요 또베가 로 되게 냠래는 딱 냠래는 주바서 그네 냠래 채워달라 아니 사모 쇼바스 어디 고고 그래서 그 특자다 맞아 이제 고사 찍어 고고.
So when we say what is engaging in the practice of the profound professional wisdom, it's this mind that realizes the emptiness of all these objects that we talked about, right? And so the mind which engages in the practice of seeing all these things as being empty of inherent existence or true existence is the engaging in the practice of the profound professional wisdom.
다 오늘 되는 게 냠는데 시시거나 오다 돌람 고놈 치고 물럼람데 다 상지서 버레스.
And so who engages in such kind of practices now are the bodhisattvas on the path of accumulation, path of preparation, path of seeing, and path of meditation. And of course, on the path of normal learning, one is already enlightened.
Okay, that is 세원으로 차송. 저 노동으로 차송.
So is that clear now?
승윤유 고대으로 차송해.
Was it clear and short and clear for you to understand?
Okay. Okay, 다 저도 지기야 지랍다야. 소도 뭐지야 도스 마치 지랍다 내들 내시 잡다야. 디디치네야. 가 디디치네 지랍다야.
So can someone explain it in short what it's talking about?
가는 간도 대 채워요. 간도 삼나 삼 시삼나 마 내시 잡는 간도 잡고 말. 대간도 강가 집어래.
So it's of course it's not same as understanding, right? Being able to explain is a little different. We all think that. I know, but then when we are asked to explain, then it becomes a little bit more difficult.
제장간도 삼나 삼나 가그만간도 랍통 말. 남비 드네래. Okay? Who would like to volunteer? Just try, it's okay, no problem. It's not nervous, It's just for us. It's no one perfect. Even I'm trying to explain, I'm not perfect. It's someone they're very skillful for coming to explain. They think they say different ways. Maybe there's we could. Oh, really? Geshe doesn't try that. But I'm not taught to, very, how you say,
Extensive.
Yeah, not extensive. I've tried to, but that 3 days on was 3 days.
So it didn't go through like extensive explanation. I just went like the explanation of just the words, in the text.
아니 되네야 또 간지 고와 도도래요 같이 야땡 파 타리 모션 로요 말다 로나가도 다 간지 진리되든 강간디 불은 되더라고.
So it's just going through just the words, just what the words of the text. Of course, if wants to expand it, you can expand it, so great, because it includes all the the professional wisdom, the extensive, the middling, and the short professional wisdom sutra.
제가 니가블라 동반이 응수 때문에 디슈라 동반이 도벨로 땡겨요. 제장이 베댕이 도저는 봐서 동반이 응수 셰피 슈라 대도벨로데 다 베샤야. 베댕이 도저는 발라 그러고 남죠.
So here it talks about the mind that realizes emptiness as well. Not only about the emptiness, but also the mind which realizes emptiness, which is a hidden, in this text. It's not explicit, it's implicit. But that one is also explained, in the ornament of clear realization.
제가 네가 너도 빼자는 분도 돈놈 고놈 저놈 돈을 쓰고 나치는 분도 다 될 코티 잘로다. 얘기 이체 예 코로자다 티 이체 타고 돈이 코로자다 대도베 돈이 잘로라 고 베샤야. 다 틀린 거다.
And so here in the Heart Sutra, in the Heart Sutra words, it doesn't mention path of accumulation, path of preparation, path of seeing, path of meditation, and so forth, right? Yeah. So, but it is the mind, of the Bodhisattva on the path of preparation, on the path of accumulation, on the path of seeing, that realizes emptiness of such and such objects, right? So that we have to understand. So that one is implicit. It is there. It's hidden, it's implicitly explained, but it's not explicit. It's not obvious.
Okay. Okay. Who would like to do a little bit? Yeah, Deborah, go ahead.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, let's try. No problem. If you mistake, someone can fix. That's good.
So to me, the Heart Sutra is a description of what happens rather than a manual of how to make it happen. And so it starts off with the path of accumulation. You would listen and contemplate on the four emptinesses. Form is empty. Emptiness is form. Form is other than emptiness. Emptiness other than form. And then you have the same objects on the path of preparation, but it's more contemplation and meditation. And once you have direct experience of emptiness and you're on the path of seeing, at that point you go over the eightfold emptinesses, which I don't remember what they are.
It's okay.
And then when you're on the path of meditation, it's the 66 objects of emptiness, which are the 5 aggregates, the 12 links of dependent origination in both directions, the 6 sense doors and their objects, and then the 6 sense doors, objects and the consciousnesses, and then the what else is on there?
12 links.
4 full.
12 links.
The what?
12 links.
12 links forward and back, reverse direction, and the 4 paths: suffering, cause of suffering, liberation, and path to liberation. And there's a couple others I missed. And then when you have the non-conceptual realization of those, and you're in path of no-more learning, and you've reached Buddhahood.
Done?
That's all.
Okay, Jennifer.
So explicitly, the Heart Sutra teaches about the profound perfection of wisdom, but implicitly it's the paths of the Bodhisattva, the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom. And the Bodhisattva on the path of accumulation and preparation, as Deborah said, they engage mostly through hearing and contemplation on the emptiness of the 5 aggregates. And then, should I just say, most of them already said.
Whatever you understand, not too long.
Okay, yeah. And so, as Deborah said, yes, once you have the direct realization of emptiness and you generate the unentered path of seeing, and then you're the 8 emptinesses, which are without characteristics, and not produce, not cease, no defilement, no separation, defilement, no decrease, and no increase. And those are, and then, then you generate the path of meditation. Pretty much what Deborah's already said, I guess.
Okay. 당이 저도 더 많이 틀린다. 가제 봉봉가 인바이나라 신시 중니 인바나라야 아니 감쪽제 돈도 덴바트바 잠바이나 가르쳐요 그래서나
So what happens if you grasp at the the five aggregates, the 18 constituents or 12 sources and so forth as existing truly?
다들 가르치는 교요 그래서 다 되게 개발로 가르나 오 대체와이나 덴데라 중이고는 고발한 고용 그래서 렌데 다 렌데레스.
So that's the question, right? And what will be the answer? So what is wrong if you grasp at these things as existing truly?
Okay, yeah, Jennifer, who? Yeah, maybe ask her. Austin?
It would be ignorance, so that you create karma through that ignorance.
That's good. Jennifer, same or different?
Yeah, you would create karma.
Oh, good. That's good. Ngado yawa maripe ani deji lesa yawas.
Yeah, that's right.
다들 디디체나 덴바절잖아. 다 간호 땡데라 주님 콩 코드 지요 was. 다들 ngado 샤모. 다들 파시는 주저잖아. ngado 덴바절에 잡아야나. 야 도메 둥아시바 군주봉아제 군주사데 마리바데 was.
So yeah, I mean, what you said is right. So what is wrong, if you grasp at things as existing truly, is that you will circle in cycle existence through the 12th link of dependent origination. So, and then also in the Four Noble Truth, we talk about the suffering, true suffering and true origin. So if you, and it says you have to understand the suffering, and then you have to abandon the origin, because origin is the one that makes you to experience all these sufferings. So in order to be free from the suffering, you have to abandon the origin.
Okay. 다쳐도 야보도 that's good. 배는 누우시면 자기 단다 자기 löwen 당도 혈님은 되와 디나는 누수송이 그래서 봐. 아니 알아서 미시베 마리벤 트베 바는 알아서 다 예 강가 다 랑시 맞춰봐야 되는 가지고 덴바 처번 전바에다 미시바데레스 맞춰봐 미시에다 처번 전에다 미시바데레스.
And so because we don't realize things are not existing, we don't realize that things do not exist inherently. So we don't realize that, and then that's like not understanding or not knowing. That's the ignorance.
제가 댕인데 댕가데 빼샤지던데 땡주르나 혈님은 들어가지고 이때 따위요로. 엔티나는 누 진짜시 잠도 왔어.
This is in the Tenjur, like commentary teachings of the Buddha, the translated teachings, translated commentaries of the Buddha's teaching, and in that, there is one explanation about that.
아니 추탐저 라지트베 동아레스.
It says all the phenomena are empty of inherent existence.
옛날이야스. 근데 아나 라지 동아 옛날이야. 나라서 미시빈 트비 셈지. 아니 가로 문바 차베 아니 따스비 코알은 콘도요 레스로.
And so although all the things, all the phenomena are empty of inherent existence, but because of our mind not understanding that, we circle in cycle existence.
다 되네 된리근 체베게 셈데 가레레도 따다레 누가 문도 파 따지 쳐봐야 나스로 봐.
And so because of that mistaken mind of seeing things as existing inherently, because of that mind, when we see the things, when we see the things with that mind, and are they correct or not?
아니 파 대와이나 아니 셈데 셈코랑 아니야 뉴모 말레스.
And so when we look into that, the mind itself, is a delusion.
제다 안에 셈 고제 라지 깨와요 말 라지 가봐요 말레스.
And so such kind of mind there's no existence of mind, such kind of mind inherently, and there's no cessation of such kind of mind inherent as well.
도진의 파 셈코랑 파 제제지 셈 라지 잡아 많다와데 다셈 통화레스. 셈 라지 잡아 가로 다 많이 반 통화돼 샘 통화세 맞을 거예요.
And so the mind that sees, and the mind that sees things not existing inherently is the mind that sees.
아니 대라 샘징 뭐 샘원 체세라 그래. 샘원 체바세.
And so such kind of mind have identified the actual mind.
근데 아니 샘땡 원체나 아니 나도 샹점 통을 그래. 샹점 통.
And if you are identified with such kind of mind, then you will see the enlightenment.
아니 근데 강 샹점 통화돼 아니 다 주님 원에는 통고 그래.
And so then that who sees the enlightenment sees the reality.
근데 아니 가로 상견 가로 가주나 상제 통거래. 대라대네 안나봐 야도 샹주다 상제 고바 상 제라 바래. 간제 샘원 쳐봐. 샘 가로 샘란 쳐봐. 샘원 쳐봐. 아니 대라 아니 간제 다 상제 발라 그래.
And so that kind of mind, is called the mind which identifies the reality, or the mind which sees the enlightenment, and the one who sees that then gains the enlightenment.
제가 가서 식당에 틱틱 다 나지도 코 켈래야 되면 간에까지. 네게 된다데 나도 간제 샘대 랑지에 저배가 동화 남 동화에나 아니 되게 춘통거리, 되게 상제 통거리, 되게 상제 고보 통거리 다 너도 되놓고 해서.
And so whenever the mind sees things things empty of existing inherently, then I will see the reality, will see the enlightenment, and through that we will gain enlightenment.
Okay? 어디에 단다 땡쪽에는 안 돼. 대 도저야 고 간절 안에 다 되게 잡는 거 그래.
And so this is what I found in Tenjur, the translated commentary, and just to support this argument about how we see, how we should see the emptiness or the reality.
가로. 디 단데 가로 샤라 받으려 막 근데 가로. 잡아면 시절 신는 년 한다면 돼.
아직도 좀더 넘어시고 상교 탐지제 셔리가 벌어진 거다 했는데. 근데 나는 요즘 너무 상했어.
오, 다 단어도 연비 전세인데 대 섬지. 배나 다대 마음 내배 사지 아니 고반지 세도 어수섬 사지 섬 돼서 대섬이야 단대기 또만이 또별로 다나 되는 사지 말이지. 다대가 사지 좀 된 내야 다나 되는 사지 말이야. 마음에 자와셔만 다나 사는 제서 말이지.
And then it says, all the Buddhas who reside in the three times and by relying upon the profession of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. And so all the Buddhas of the three times, the Buddhas of the past, like in the real life and like real time, about when you talk about the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate eon, the previous three Buddhas, like the Kashyapa and so forth, and then who are the past Buddhas, gain enlightenment through relying on this. And then the present Buddha, the Buddha Shakyamuni, also by relying on this professional wisdom and gain enlightenment. And then also the future Buddha, like Buddha Maitreya, and also gain enlightenment by relying on this professional wisdom.
Okay. 그러고 제장가 인디게 돈이 또 별로더라 간도 람샤시라 그래서 람샤션.
And so that kind of mind which realizes emptiness is called the path perfection of wisdom.
나도 된듯이 가라 간도 로조체 맞.
So we studied about this in the 70 topics, right?
오 람샤시 다 셰싱 원에도 람샤시 나이 봐.
And then the actual perfection of wisdom, is the path perfection of wisdom.
Okay. 오다 대고 따뜨린 가서 노도라고 치 뉴뉴라고 고대원으로 지금 그 자리 다 저도 고대원으로 총소해.
So yeah, so that's supposed to be like simple and short, for you to understand. So I don't know, was that simple and short?
셰렘님 뭐 정말 오 근데 셰렘님 뭐 저도 냠내로 고대 남주 냠내서 고대.
So when you recite the Heart Sutra, do you understand the meaning of the Heart Sutra, of the emptiness?
냠내서 온다 버려.
Do you see as a practice?
안도 람람 세대 로종 람람도 로종 세대 냠틀래야지 셔럼 니보세 고 냠랭 소 많이 버는 도구돼
So when you say the mind, Lamrim, the graduate path to enlightenment, is like the mind training, and then the Heart Sutra doesn't appear like a practice. Is it like that?
저때 대말에 대는 것도 노도 그래 셔럼 니보디나는 냠랭 내 노도시 된거다
So if you don't see the Heart Sutra as a practice, then that's mistaken. And explains the essence of the practices.
아 샤리버 대타베나 샤조 선바 샤르파르 심발라 땡치 내 대해서 당한도 될 내게 인다서 안도 곰대 잡긴다 오나
So now we're going to abide in the profession of wisdom, okay? So it's just like you say here, Shariputra. Therefore, Shariputra, because there's not a Bodhisattva rely on and abide in professional wisdom. So we're going to abide on that for a little while, okay?
다 가리 엠바이나 빼나 다 네가 사무주 누 당게다 나는 미 가리 도와나 대한 도와나지 매 암조 가리거나 대어 고와나지 마이 아니 지 나그 드마가 대어 다가나지만 가지 수수가 주라들어져 내 주보자 내를 잡고대 셴바 파자 내 다가라 마이삼 내 다가라 이삼 내 탤런트 아니 탤런트 낸도 레산도 그래서 제가 더 다가라 마이삼 다가라 나나지 마이삼 별로 다가라나 돈요도 별로 돈이라 냠바샤 고고 그래
And so what do we mean by abide in this profession of wisdom, is like the abiding in the mind, that sees things as empty of existing from its one side, or empty of existing in a way they appear to us, like that. So that is called abiding in professional wisdom. So like when you see something, with your eye, you think that, oh, the things, doesn't appear like it, like I see. And then when you smell something, then it's also a thing that, oh, it doesn't exist in a way it smells to me. And then when you hear something, it doesn't exist in a way that I hear, like that. So when you think like that, then that means you're abiding, in that mind, which contemplates or meditates on emptiness.
오케이 당가도 제래다 다 간지 수수가 아니 지금 가르고 옹봉알라 이 가르지 나와는 하나지 요 말에 삼비 셈다나 그러네 대야다
And so whatever object appears, to any of our five senses, and then just think that those things do not exist in a way they appear to my five senses.
오 대내다나 아니
Just think
셈
like that.
들어와대
Just stay thinking like that, and that's called abiding in professional wisdom.
안 대면은 아니 셈그 들어와다 잡아면은 신절로래 반대는 인형을 내고 고마 톡거리라 들어와
And so if you don't have that grasping at existing, in a way they appear to me, then you'll be free from all this, like, the obstructions, the fear, and then you'll be utterly, beyond sorrow.
야다 까마 가시 곰작인다 까마니 섬시
Okay, now for a couple of minutes, we're going to meditate on that, okay?
세라 제 파르다시 가로 트요 가로 샤리부 대답은나 샤저선바 샤르파르다시 말라 땡지 내 대해 상어도 들라 내내 되게 인다스
And so now, just like it said here, right, the Shariputra, because there's no attainment, Bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the profession. So now we're going to abide there. Okay? That means like meditating on emptiness.
오케이 Okay. How's it? 저도 지금 냠내 치한테 들어서 하고 냠내 치한테 하고 소다.
So did you find something to practice now?
보다 가들 뒤도돌 혈압지 버르듯이 님보 세야 돼요. 당연히 나를 치에도 대 도백을 놓듯이. 사무 쇼바 세다 다 되게 냠내는 주바고 되게 냠내게 딱 그러고 쇼바 텔라스 고고다.
And so there's profound perfection of wisdom. It's also referring to that mind which realizes emptiness, right? And then we say Heart Sutra, it's also that mind which realizes emptiness. That's what we have to understand. Okay.
아니 마토나 좀 가르서나 아니 텐데라 중요다 덴바 시고네 다 덴바니 되고 고발한 코스 때 마티 오송송와.
So if we don't realize that, then we will struggle in cycle existence through the two offering of the dependent origination or the first two sets of the Four Noble Truths.
아니 텐데게 때 라지메 바토벨로디 시바데 코로나지 때바다 대어 말이 이심에 대어 라지 때바요 말에스.
And even that mind which realizes emptiness, does it exist truly? No, even that doesn't exist inherently or truly.
아니 토바도 마토바세요. 아니 텐데 냠살람 발라 텐데 톱스면 산지게 윤대도 줘야 아니 라지 때바 대어요 말에스. 아니 간주 먹어봐 토베나 단다 토메와 윤대 도줘요 말 대어 라지 때바요 말에스. 어두시로군요.
And so even that mind, who have realized emptiness, doesn't exist from its one side or truly. And even the attainment of the Buddhahood, which is attained through realizing the profound perfection of wisdom, is not existing inherently. And even those non-attainments, like in our case, which we have, who have not attained the Buddhahood, is not existing from its one side either.
제대당 텐데 마토와 연자 간좀 트는 저되게 레스라고 당간좀 트게 요래베.
So because we have not realized the profound perfection of wisdom, therefore we are mistaken all the time. Are we mistaken all the time?
미스테이크는 트치 버려.
네.
방금 트는 저되게 왔어. 나들라는 멋트 등에데 라시 등에다 알코올도 좀 나도 라그려. 간좀 트게 라그려.
So, like when you are conscious, right? When you're conscious, you don't make a mistake usually, right? So when you are conscious, then you say, I don't make mistake. I'm not mistaken. So people who are under a drug or maybe alcohol, drunken people, you can say, oh, they are mistaken and they make mistakes. They are drunken or like that. But when you're not, you don't say you are mistaken, right?
제때 내가도 네 미카지 좀 맞다. 난 담을 의미가 같았죠. 제자 투되게 여와인자 그 투베 레가 노르되게 투데 반은 투베 레가 레반다 코 티근 제가 코 간지 노투 레가 노투 뭐 말어. 간도 레가도 나 코 따다 맞으나 코 노르요.
And so that's what we normally say, right? And say you're mistaken or not mistaken, then that's how we identify as someone who is mistaken. But in reality, we're all mistaken. Because we are mistaken, therefore we make mistakes. We are making all these mistakes, right? We're making all the mistakes. So if we are not mistaken, then why are we making these mistakes?
Okay. 어디 다 되는데 다 셔당 다들 로데 다 되지야 고 같이 자와다 안에 도체 제와지는 도체 망보 쳐요. 다 된 것도 제마고 제 된 건축으로.
So that's just a short explanation, and of course there's so much explanation we can have, and also there can be so many doubts and questions about that, but we don't have to go through all that now.
다 대인제들 아니 상주 삼바 옹보 뚜보기 아니 동반이 또베가 로 냠설 내당도 레레레 파den도도 식송사 말이.
So up to that, is adult faculty bodhisattva, how he or she engages in the practice of the profound professional wisdom or emptiness, through the path of accumulation all the way to path of meditation.
Okay. 한가도 대실에 갈래 갈들 만도 다디 올라 아니 나빠지 그랬더니 다 아니 옹보 노보기 냠들라다 마신도 그래.
And then after that, is the kind of a praise, of this the great professional wisdom And then it explains about the practice, engaged, by the sharp faculty bodhisattvas.
Okay. Yes, Jennifer.
Thank you, Geshe-la. So Geshe-la, you said that the path perfection of wisdom is the actual perfection of wisdom. So the resultant perfection of wisdom that exists on the Buddha ground, that's not the perfection of wisdom. The actual perfection of wisdom is the path perfection of wisdom.
그리고
The lam shejin shejin ngomares요.
Yeah.
Shejin ngomadi she lam shejin je. Then the debu shejin shejin ngomares요.
대우 세신 오는데 다 단대 가도 시다 다 세실라 람신 레버시 뭐 뭐요. 간지 라지 세시다 뭐 뭐요. 라지 세시는 세신 오는 많이 봐지. 다 람세시다 레버시는 세신 오는 데로 와.
So yeah, so those they both are actual perfection of wisdom. The result of perfection of wisdom and the path perfection, but they both, there's like a nature perfection of wisdom and the path perfection of wisdom and the resultant perfection of wisdom. They say that I think the nature perfection of wisdom is not the actual wisdom, not actual perfection of wisdom, but other two are perfection of wisdom. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
당근도 대한대 시간 든 마음을 둬서 다 지워 다시.
I'm not sure either. So I think that's what I think. Is that right?
진짜 라지 세시
We studied through all the 70 topics, but I don't even remember that now.
근데 라지 세시가 라지 마저 또 벨로들라 다 세신 거 내서로 와. 라지 세시 돈이로 와.
그래야 다 이거 말했어 말해.
라지 세시에서 돈이로 와. 라지 세시라 돈이로 와. 대토백에 땅에서 도백로들라 아니 람세시다 레버시시 용서로.
So I was going to say in English, but then I almost said in Tibetan. So the nature and the professional wisdom is the emptiness, right? So the wisdom relies in emptiness is the actual professional wisdom. And so the emptiness is not the professional wisdom. It's the nature. It's called a nature professional wisdom, but it's not the wisdom relies in emptiness. Yeah. So therefore, it's the path professional wisdom and the resultant professional wisdom that realizes emptiness is the actual professional wisdom.
Okay. 제자 딱 간제 근데 때 고와 도도로 때 질은 등 오늘 해도 삼도 전환 되게 되었다.
And so if you find as, oh yeah, it is how it is, and then this is how it is, then that's good enough.
Okay. 안 지나도 다 지나도 돼야 para 파순 레시 잡야 지금 레시 잡 셴박이니. 저 되는 쇼 팽거리 땅에 가도들 맞대 들라바로 야 지나도 야때 세워서요.
So after this, maybe you can do your discussions. Someone can explain, someone can ask question, and someone can debate and all these things. So that way, it helps a lot, to gain more understanding. Otherwise, if you just I explain and you just listen, then you don't gain much. If you study, debate, then you gain more knowledge. So that's very important.
Okay. Okay. Have a good evening. Have good debate. Good discussion.
Thank you,
Okay.
Geshe-la.
Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Dr. Geshe-la.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Saji perki shuk meto tram ribab ling jini de gen pa di sange jing du mite uwagi droko namdak jing la cher par shu jikun lame kutse rapten ching nam ka trin le chok chuk gi pa dan go sang ten pe duen me sa sangi roe mun sel tak tu neg yu chi idam guru ratna mandalakam niryatayami.
Okay.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you.
In that snow-mounted encircled land, source where we benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezig remain in life till samsara's end. Savior of the snowland teachings and transmigratory beings who extensively clarifies the path that unifies emptiness and compassion. Through the lotus in the hand, Lord Tenzin Gyatso, I beseech, may all your holy wishes be fulfilled. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Marjanas victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, savior of myself and others, your disciples, please live long. Through this virtue, may I swiftly, having gained Guru state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. Me tse wei ter chen chen rezi, remake in pe wang po jong pil yang, gang chen ke pe su gen song ka pa, lo sang rak pe ja bla so wa